About 60% of Aussie households own pets, and a lot of those pets are dogs. Here, it's pretty normal for dogs to be included as part of the family. But in other places around the world, that's not always the case. In Asia, thousands of dogs live on the streets. I went to Indonesia to see what problems this can cause. In Australia, this is what we're used to seeing. Dogs and cats being treated like one of us, a member of the household. Their owners give them food, shelter, attention and care. Seems like a pretty luxurious lifestyle. But less than 2,000 k's from Darwin, on the Indonesian island of Bali, it's a different story. Here in Bali, there are lots of dogs. And even though some of them are village pets, mostly they live on the streets and they eat scraps and rubbish for food. One of the biggest problems is that they don't get the proper vet care they need. So dogs like this one haven't been de-sexed and they breed very quickly. Currently, it's thought that there are around 350,000 dogs living on the streets of Bali. While many of the dogs are friendly, they can cause problems for the local communities, especially if they carry a disease called rabies, which can kill humans. Some people think that the best solution is to cull all of the dogs. But the Bali Animal Welfare Association says the street dogs are actually a vital part of the ecosystem. It says the dogs keep rats and snakes away. And if the dogs in the popular tourist areas are killed, then more dogs that aren't as socialised will just take their place. To combat the problem, the Bali Animal Welfare Association, or BAWA, has a clinic where people who can't afford vet care can take their pets or stray dogs to get free treatments.
Well, our mission is to relieve the suffering of animals in Bali in any way that we can, and to educate people about responsible pet ownership. We have a free clinic that is open to any Balinese that can afford treatment for their animals. It houses animals that we have found on the roadside stump or that people find and bring into our clinic. Dogs that are hit by cars, neonatal kittens that have just been dropped off. It's not only dogs and cats, but that's the biggest part of the problem here.
BAWA has 2 animal ambulances that respond to emergencies 24 hours a day. Plus, they also go around to small communities, setting up open-air clinics nearly every day of the year, vaccinating and de-sexing. In the past year, they de-sexed more than 3,000 dogs, which helps to slow down the out-of-control breeding. Back at the clinic, the vets also operate on many sick and injured dogs, and sometimes cats too. This dog was hit by a car and had to have its leg amputated. And this dog was in a fight and now has an infected sore on its face.
Well, all of these dogs here that you can see behind me have all come to BAWA either sick or injured or both, either dropped in by Balinese families or phoned in by tourists or picked up by our ambulance. So all of these guys have been treated by our vets and they've been healed and rehabilitated. They're all socialised now and they're ready for adoption. So now our job is to find them some happy families so they can have forever homes.
Today, 2 abandoned puppies are being adopted out to families in this community in central Bali. They weren't allowed to adopt the puppies until their houses and community were checked for safety, and the pups have already had the checks and vaccinations they need. All it takes now is a signature from the proud new owners and they're ready to go. But as vital as adoption is, one of the most important things BAWA does is education. These volunteers spend 5 days a week going to different schools in Bali and teaching kids about why the local dogs are important and how to look after them and what to do if they're sick or dangerous. I tried to join in the dog quiz, but it was a bit hard considering I don't speak much Bahasa Indonesian. For the street dog problem to improve in the future, these guys reckon it's the young people who need to learn about the dogs. And rain, hail or shine, the kids are happy to learn, even the ones that don't go to school. And if these kids take what they learn here with them, The Bali Animal Welfare Association hope that in the future you'll see less Balinese dogs homeless and more being treated just like one of the family.